Hey guys, and welcome back to Super Luigi Galaxy. Now I think it is time we take care of all of these little smaller galaxies that we have in the Terrace Dome, and we begin with this guy. It's a hungry Luma. And he wants some star bits. Now, but this guy, he isn't creating a planet. Oh no. He's creating an entire galaxy, so you need a lot of star bits. What did we tell you? 400. It sounds like a lot. This is nothing. This is nothing. The most you're ever going to need for one of these is 1,600 star bits. They're going to keep going up. Galaxy 2 requires 2,000. But there you go. The sweet, sweet galaxy has appeared. So he creates a pink launch star, and away we go to the sweet, sweet galaxy. And it's the rocky road. Hey! I get it. Look at this place. It looks delicious. And weirdly, despite the huge number of star bits you need to give some of these hungry Lumas, most of these galaxies are actually tiny. Like a number of them, they're not even like... They're only like one planet. So, is it even a galaxy if it's just one planet? I mean, technically, a galaxy isn't even anything to do with planets. It's just stars. Like I said, it's Super Mario's solar system. But anyway, I'm not sure. Does this all count as one planet? I guess it would. That said, though, there's not many rocks in this road. It's just a load of holes, all in different shapes. Don't stop here. Then why have you stopped here, you stupid toad? I could understand if it was the yellow one, but you're not. You're the green and blue ones. So I sort of got sidetracked while trying to explain these guys last time. The red toad with the torch on his head and the backpack is Captain Toad. He's not as brave as he will be in 3D World onwards. Here he's a coward. He's scared of everything. You have the pink toad, who in the actual levels he doesn't do anything, but he is your male toad when you're in the Comet Observatory. You have the yellow toad, who sleeps a lot. Yeah. The Starshroom is now built. The yellow toad sleeps a lot. The green toad is kind of just there. There isn't really anything that makes him stand out in this game. In Galaxy 2, he's your bank toad. You can store your star bits there. But in Galaxy 1, he doesn't really have anything special. And then the blue toad with the glasses, he's the smart one. So yeah, he wears glasses. That's how you know he's the smart one. Because he wears glasses. But he does believe in witches. I mean, why not? We've seen that this is a Mario game. There's literally Koopa witches. So I don't know why he thinks the idea would be ridiculous. Hey there, Luigi. Our buddies in the garage want to tell you something. This one, however, has no new dialogue yet. Yes, I know where I am. We finished building the Starshroom starship. We use it to search for power stars. And we, the members of the Toad Brigade, will be the brave crew. And this brigade needs a bold leader, so I nominate, me. And in my command, the galaxies will see the bravery of the Toad Brigade, except from you, because you're a coward. We call it the Starshroom. The Luma's built a mushroom starship that looks just like us. And that's very nice. They don't even need to go to the dome, so how... I don't know. I guess in the end I'm taking a launch star. We have discovered an enemy base in the region. We can only hope they are not misusing the power of that poor Grand Star. I've better heard that dialogue quite a few times. Every time an enemy base has been discovered, he has like 2 sets of dialogue. So I think he just sort of alternates between the two. But before we do that, we have some secret blocks to go through. Our first one unlocks the Loop-de-Loop Galaxy. I don't know how many stars you need to unlock these. It seems to be a bit weird on how you're supposed to unlock them. I don't know, but we have Surfing 101. Hey look, it's a Shine Sprite. But with no face. Isn't that nice? Shine Get. We're prepared to see these guys a lot and hear this music a lot. It's a penguin! Around here we surf on rays. I'm serious, we call it ray surfing. That's what we do. That poor Ray. Hey, This is Penguin Paradise. There's barely anything here. How can it be Penguin Paradise? Ray surfing isn't so easy, so listen to what Coach has to say. That cute little guy over there is Ray. Really? Are you a surfer too? Oh, but this is your first time Ray surfing, right? Well then, let me show you the ropes. Now, let me explain. Well, anyway. So, even though we are playing on the Switch, we still need those motion controls. They have to be here somewhere. And when it comes to the gimmicky stuff, not just your pointer, but the ray surfing and the rolling ball galaxies, they still want you to do this lot. In this case, you gotta hold the Joy-Con horizontally, and then you have to tilt it left and right. It takes away your star pointer though, so all of these little star bits on the side I can't pick up because I talked to the coach. I did manage to get all 30 of these though. Now we have our race. And aside from some nice looking water graphics, there's actual fish and seaweed in here. And then this is all you're doing. You hold down the B or A, whatever button I was holding down to accelerate. You get quite a few extra lives in these levels. They're really not that hard at all. It's a good... In order to fall off the edge, you need to have like 3/4 of the ray fall off. It ignores the laws of physics there, but you know, this is a Mario game, fire underwater. Overall, I do like these levels. I think they're a lot of fun. The time limit's not a concern. All you have to do is get to the end. You don't need to beat it within the time limit. Yeah, that's just there as like a little extra thing. You shouldn't really have much excuse to not beat it within the time limit, really. There are 2 missions like this, and the other one is quite a bit more difficult, but still not too bad. One thing I will say, that was close. Try not to fall off the edge while you're doing this, because if you... I mean, it doesn't matter, really. If you do fall off the edge, you might die before it cuts to him. And then you'll have to do the race again. That's about it. It's not really... You know, just if you don't want to do the race again. And the dialogue does change if you come back here. Like, he will say, are you back for more? It's like the only time something like that ever happens. I wanted to see if I could talk to some of the other penguins, but I think I know the other one. There's the Loop-de-Loop Galaxy, and there's the Loop-de-Swoop Galaxy. Very imaginative naming there. Alright, 1 little level down. 2 more to go. Technically 2 levels down, 2 more to go. Look at all those star bits I just got. I'm rich. Not that they can be used as money. This is not Super Mario Odyssey. Money doesn't exist. Now we have the Flip Switch Galaxy. And again, is it really right to call this a galaxy? Because you just saw the entire thing then. We're painting the planet yellow. So remember that tiny little Flip Switch planet that was in Good Egg Galaxy on the optional pathway? Well, now you get to do more of it on a slightly bigger level. This is the entire galaxy right here. This is all you're doing. Just walking over these. Weirdly though, if you jump on them, it's still pressed down. So you can jump on it and it won't turn back. They changed that for 3D World. So you can jump on it and turn it on, jump on it and turn it off. And you got this thing. These enemies are used quite a lot in the Dreadnought Galaxy and they're really annoying. But then again, Dreadnought is one of the endgame levels, so it makes sense. But they do like to use them. Especially when we get to Galaxy 2 and the Grandmaster Galaxy. Again, it's the Grandmaster Galaxy, it makes sense. But still, they're really annoying. I don't even know what they're called, there's no way of killing them, but you can jump on top of them. But they do deactivate that one when you when you turn the planet green. We haven't exactly painted it yellow, have we? We get the last one and it turns green. It's almost as though we've combined the blue and the yellow together. I didn't think that was how painting worked. That high score of 1, isn't that great? But now it is time. For we now have Bowser's head. No, it's Bowser Jr.'s robot reactor. But the boss levels always look like Bowser's head at first. If you go back into the dome afterwards, it will have the shape of the actual galaxy. And we have Megalegs Moon. And it's... I'm guessing it's that thing over there. It's a giant spider. Kind of. Except it's only got 3 legs. So this is where we get our Grand Stars from the boss galaxies. One of them is optional, all the others are mandatory. So essentially you have 3 fights that involve Bowser Jr., although Bowser Jr. himself is only in one of them. And then 3 against Bowser. And now we have these Goombas with helmets on. You can spin them, but you can't actually then go and kick them. The only way to defeat them is to spin them and then jump on their feet. That is the only way to get rid of them. Or you can try and knock them into the black hole. Just like that. And you get sucked into nothingness. Now what I was trying to do here is I wanted to see if I could land on Megalegs' planet. It is possible to do, but I think I'm trying to jump off of the wrong one of these. But the Bullet Bill already destroyed the others. That's when the triple jump actually wants to try and work. Luigi, but if you can get your timing right, triple jump and spin, you can get yourself to switch the gravity and you will end up falling down towards the other planet. It didn't want to work for me here, and I don't think I'm on the right one anyway. It is possible to do with Mario as well. It's a little bit trickier because of his lower jump. The main reason I want to show it off is because this planet actually changes texture when you're on Megalegs' planet, but it's easier to view it then with Megaleg not activated. Though I do manage to get, there is a bit of Megaleg where you're not going to be swarmed with Bullet Bills, so we can just we can view it there instead. Bullet Bills are really aggressive in this game. But they did chase after you in a way in 64 and Sunshine, but in 64 they're only in like 1 or 2 levels. And in Sunshine they were generally shot out of well, I guess it's nothing there, they're always shot out of cannons, but it's Bowser Jr. Wahahaha! You made it! But I won't even need my dad's help to take care of you. Go at it, Megaleg. Stomp him with the power of your Grand Star. You gonna see what this thing actually looks like now? Is it a giant spider-like creature but with 3 legs? Why, it's a giant robotic Sniffit with massive headlights. And he's not going to do anything. If you do get pulled over here without using the launch star, you need to set foot on this little bit of the planetoid and it will still activate the cutscene. You're not going to be stuck. It did want to work there. Usually that makes the planet change, but we will. As you can see, it was on a metallic planet. Jump on Megaleg. That happens. For whatever it means. Yeah, the Bullet Bills are really aggressive. They all follow you a lot. Because like in 64, they never go up and down. In all of the one level it was in. And now the planet is made out of grass. That's very strange. Why is it grass when it's from a distance? And then Sunshine, if they were shot out of the cannons, they could home in on you. But generally you had like the standard black Bullet Bills, and then you had like those purplish Bullet Bills, and they were the ones that followed you. Here they just chase after you very aggressively. Right, Megaleg's shape can be a bit of a nuisance when trying to get the Bullet Bills up here, so you need to let them get fairly close to you, and then you've got to try and make some holes in the fence. You can either make holes in the fence, or with some good timing, you can go over the fence and the Bullet Bill will follow you and hit this thing. That ended up doing both. The fence will eventually grow a new segment if you leave it too long. Weren't we just on top of that thing? Don't worry, we're perfectly fine. And we got our second Grand Star. It's really weird in Galaxy 2 because all the boss fights, all the Bowser Jr. boss fights, all have prankster comments. Yes, Luigi, it is a star. And you get the Grand Star for defeating it the first time, and then the more difficult mission is the one that only gives you a standard little power star. So they're clearly capable of operating on either. Maybe they should have just not given the boss fights power stars or prankster comments, or at least do it like the Bowser one, you stop before you get to the end. But we got another Grand Star, and that unlocks our next area. This is the fountain. What it did was open a door. That's literally all it did. And for now, that is the end of the terrace. We're not done entirely in there yet. There's a few more things to do. And we've unlocked 2 galaxies in the fountain.
Look.
That ball of flame represents the power of the observatory. We call it the beacon. When you recover a Grand Star, a little star power will be restored and the beacon will grow. The Comet Observatory can use that power to fly through the universe. Once all of the power is restored, we will even be able to fly to the center of the universe. Oh, the power is on in a new dome. That's the only time it ever shows you something like that. The newly opened dome is called the Fountain. It's really quite relaxing. By the way, have you looked at the map? It contains information about the galaxies as well as domes. If you forget the location of a dome, don't hesitate. Come speak to me, or whatever it is he then says. And yeah, you can talk to Polari, he'll show you the map. You can see, it's mostly useful for when you're trying to find where the prankster comets are. Mainly the purple comets, but you can also see a list of what you've done in the galaxies. Like that, see how many stars you got. And that's really all it is. And it will give you your best times for certain events. But that's it. We're back to the fountain. We've still got 2 prankster comets, 2 other missions, and the purple coins. But otherwise, we're mainly done over there. So next up, we're going to be heading into the fountain. So I will see you guys then.